Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome to the live stream. It's Rad from Radko Tarot. And in this live stream, we're going to look into the lunar eclipse, which is happening to be the full moon into Sagittarius. And it's going to be a pretty big one. Okay, so buckle up and hope you're going to enjoy the show. So for those which are new to the live stream and which happen to be to watch me first time live, the live stream goes like that. It's divided into three portions. So a reading for each star sign is going to be performed. And by the way, today I had a very relevant question. Okay, one of my, I would say, consistent followers asked me why they should listen to their sun, moon, and as well rising sign. Well, it is because by listening to these three, you're going to have the biggest, or you're going to get the biggest picture out there for what to expect into the particular transit or the particular cycle. And listening to your sun sign, the sun represents who you are, and therefore listening to your sun sign, that will give you an idea, you know, how you are going to interact with the world, or in other words, how you are going to take on the opportunities or deal with the challenges which are in front of you. Your rising sign, though, it does show, long story short, what kind of things you do, things you do attract in your world. And therefore, listening to your rising sign is going to show you what you are going to go through, or in other words, what type of opportunities or what type of as well obstacles or challenges you are to experience. The moon, from another hand, it does represent everybody's emotions, or your emotions in this case, and therefore listening to your moon sign will show you how you're going to feel throughout that ordeal. So listening to all these, to these three star signs, going to give you what kind of an opportunities you're going to have, how ready you are going to be to take on them, or how difficult it's going to be for you to take on them, and also how you are going to feel through all that process. So that was a short summary to the thing, or rather like a manual how to use the live stream. And in order to catch me live, because I do also get these messages that people were late for the live stream, or they were unaware about the live stream taking on, or being at place at the first place. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I do schedule a live stream and whenever I do go live. Also, that way you're going to get notified whenever weekly readings are coming up onto the channel. And lastly, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below. And there you're going to see a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And oh my God, I almost forgot. So 3 portions. The live stream is going to be on 3 portions. And we in between every portion, there will be a break. And within this break, there will be a free reading giveaway. So whenever I do announce a break, you get to ask a question into the live chat, into the comments. And I'm going to pick one question, and we'll perform professional reading on it. It's not just only one card reading, it's a whole spread reading, okay? So with that being said, hello Terry, welcome to the live stream. Please enjoy the show. So with that being said, guys, we are moving to the first star sign of the day, and that, as usual, is going to be Aries. So let me again shuffle the cards and see what this cycle holds for Aries. Right, so the first one for Aries, that is going to be the Knight of Wands. I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands. That deck is very confusing, although it's a really beautiful deck, and it's a gift to me from a very special person of mine. So I felt compelled that I should use it into this very special transit that we are at right now. So we do have the Knight of Wands, followed by the second card, which stands to be the Lovers. Moving next, we have that is going to be the Fool. followed by the Four of Cups. And the last one for you, Aries, that is going to be the Nine of Cups. So for Aries, this is going to be very exciting transit, or when the moon become full, which happens tomorrow, all right, or the morning of the next day. I will tell you when exactly. I think it's 7:30 something a.m. Eastern Standard. 7:14 Eastern, oh my God, Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So as soon as the moon becomes full for you guys, or for all of us, Aries are going to start feeling the excitement of trying new things, you know, and getting themselves into new kind of situations, and interacting with many people around. In other words, from being tenacious type of an individual, as Aries usually are, you will become very enterprising one, okay? And you always, guys, are going to try to find a way around things. So it's highly unlikely that you're going to face any challenges throughout this couple of weeks. It's highly unlikely that you're going to face any plights as well. Your relationships are going to be very easygoing here. And also dealing with business stuff as well. You are going to prove to be quite, how do you say it? Well, your business strategies are going to be very unusual and yet very effective. And what this is going to cause within the cycle, it is that you're going to start provoking new stuff, or rather like new situations, new horizons. And you can definitely manifest a new beginning, as the Fool card here shows, but that is in a very conditional, unconditional position, meaning that you're going to have the choice or the option. Are you going to go for it or not? Well, that depends entirely on you. Now, let's address the elephant into the room, though. What will be really the issue for Aries throughout this cycle? Well, the issue is going to be the lack of breaks, if I may say it that way. Once you do charge into one direction, you just will not going to know when to stop. And ultimately, at certain points where you would have normally an option to choose one way or the other, that option is not going to be visible for you. It's going to be available, but it's not going to be visible. And it's pretty much, you are going to be pretty narrow driven, which there is nothing wrong with it. Okay, it is just, you may not look, how can I say, harmonious from when you look from other people's eyes. And just to wrap this whole thing around here, it is that this cycle to you, or what the reason why this is happening to you, Aries, is so you break the routine, so you smother down the boredom, okay? Or so you do find a way to pretty much reignite your emotional flow and your excitement flow. And how the universe is going to support you in the next couple of weeks, guys, is by allowing you to feel sensual joy from your interactions and from your relationships, and high amounts of content when it comes to endeavors and when it comes to business ventures. Right, so that was... You're welcome, Aqua. Okay, so that was for Aries. Now, moving next, guys, we do have a Taurus. Just let me mix the cards, and we are going to see what Taurus are going to... Oh, my God. What Taurus are going to have at their plate into in the next couple of weeks. So, first one that we do have for Taurus, that is going to be the Emperor, okay? Followed by... that is the Devil. All right, so the next one, that is going to be the Devil. Afterwards, we do have the Hermit. Okay, so Taurus, for Taurus, that is very important transit, because the material aspect is dappled with major arcana. I mean, look at it. And you do have the Emperor, you do have as well the Devil here, and also the Hermit. Then the fourth card of your spread, that is going to be the Five of Wands. Okay. And the last one of your spread, that will be the Queen of Wands here. Okay, so we do have the Queen of Wands. So those five cards, like that. And Taurus are gonna have a pretty, how do you call it in English, demanding couple of weeks in front of them, demanding in a sense of that Taurus will have to address their, for example, relationship or their career as well with a huge amount of respect. Because what is going to be expected from Taurus, or from you guys who are under a Taurus sign, to be very, very responsible and very structured, being chaotic, being carefree, you know, and being, how can I say, being detached, if you will. It's not acceptable at all. And that is gonna kind of like put you in some kind of a rails. And at some point you may feel that you know why you are even living this life if you cannot do what you want, or if you don't see results that reciprocates to your expectations, if you will. And that is going to be a wrong mindset, because there is a time for everything. And right now, by you obliging, if you will, to the consequences of your previous actions, you know, and the demand of your job, the demand of your relationship as well, you are pretty much paving your path to, I would say, very, very substantial place moving forward into the future. So if I have to translate it into a more, how can I say, human language here, this cycle for you, Taurus, is a cycle where you do create something meaningful and something substantial for yourself. May that be a stability into your relationship, may that be a very good job or stability into your job. Should you be single as well, that could be where you're proving yourself very reliable to be a good match with somebody else that will happen to be very substantial for you as well. Interpreting major arcana is very tricky. It is because they do refer to the major experiences of life. They don't restrict only on one situation and another, and that's why your transit is major here. And you can, especially if you have lost sense of your life, you can definitely regain it here into the next couple of weeks. Now the question is why this is happening here, guys, and we do have the Five of Wands as the reason why this is happening. And the reason is that everybody deserves a second chance, and everybody deserves an option available. Everybody deserves to be, how can I say, to push forward no matter their past. And the energies which are going to support you throughout these couple of weeks, or the support from the universe to you, Taurus, is going to be some kind of a gift, or some kind of a gift is going to be unlocked in you, where you will have that very big understanding into the human nature, and as well you will know what to do in every given moment. It's kind of like a hunch that you're going to have what to do, where to do, and whom to address, and so on and so forth. So it's highly unlikely here that you can stray off your path. Actually, it will be a miracle, all right? I mean, you definitely are going to flabbergast the universe if you manage to, mildly said, screw this one around. Right, so that was about Taurus. Now moving next, we do have a Gemini. Yeah, these are a tarot decks that I do use, Ginger. I have most of my collection here on my window, right? I do have a few here on my shelves as well. Those which are on my shelves, I don't use very often, but still sometimes I do take them on though. Right, so Gemini, we do have Three of Swords, first card for you. Moving next, that is going to be the King of Swords, second card. Furthermore, we have that is Four of Swords, okay? Followed by the Strength card. And the last one, that is going to be the King of Pentacles. So I will need, so those 5 cards, and I will need a minute, not because I am baffled by the message, but so I can convey it, you know, in a way that's pretty much is not going to offend you in any way. Well, it stands like that, Gemini. It is that throughout the next couple of weeks, you should know when to keep your mouth shut. That is because you can rob yourself from the fruits of your labor. Not any different, you know, than being criticized by your boss, for example, and you making yourself look like a brainstormer, like a brainiac. That will only going to aggravate your boss, and the only thing you're going to manage to do with it is getting yourself fired, right? So just these couple of weeks, you gotta be lower than the grass, at least according to these cards, because the structures, people, or organizations that you are gonna stand against for one or another reason, they are gonna be far stronger, or they're gonna have a far superior positions to yours. So if you do have a government duties throughout these next couple of weeks, for example, you have a government business to do, like taking a document or applying for something or so on and so forth, you know, or if you have messed up something into your relationship and you have been criticized by your partner, it will be best to keep your mouth shut for at least these couple of weeks. That is because the reason why, Gemini, it is because you need to learn how to kill the aggression with kindness, because aggression, in your case at least, is going to just only give a birth to more aggression, right? And other than that, the cycle looks rather good, in a sense of that whenever you are with your back against the wall, whenever you are feeling how can I say, obstructed, I would say it that way, that is going to motivate you even further. And the harder the thing is, the better you will do. And ultimately, it seems that at the end of these couple of weeks, you're going to heal, if I may say it that way. So yeah, you're going to heal from all the negative emotions, but in order to do that, you need to learn how to not feed those negative emotions. And how you do so? By pretty much neglecting them and keeping your mouth shut, not entering or not feeding up arguments and as well wrangles. And that's pretty much what the cycle is going to be for you. So I hope that you are not gonna take this one the wrong way. Okay, it's best to be, like I said, lower than the grass, because otherwise you risk not learn, but you do risk being humiliated, and that will be, how can I say, that will be, at some points, it's going to be more than you know. Right, so that was about Gemini. Now moving next, we have Cancer. Yeah, Anna, you came right on time though this time around. Right, so Cancer, first one for you, that is going to be Knight of Swords, followed by the second one, which stands as the Page of Pentacles. Moving next, that is going to be Five of Pentacles. Okay. Afterwards, what we do have, that is going to be the Tower. And the last one that stands for here, we do have the Empress, guys. And I will need to get a drink again, okay? Because these couple of weeks, for one or another reason, you are gonna have a person opening up to you, okay? Probably romantically, but it may be because it's general reading. It could be in a different opening, but most likely romantically, and that is because the Knight of Swords, especially having the page next to it, Knight of Swords, guys. I'm explaining that into my classes, but I was just gonna keep it short here. Knight of Swords is the only card of swords, okay, which consults its emotions with feelings. And so when you are approached by this person, they really feel that they need to approach you, or you are within their feelings, right? So into the next couple of weeks, Cancer, you are to be approached by this individual out of feelings, some kind of feelings, and they're going to be positive feelings. Now, the problem is going to be, it is that this person is the last person you want to be approached at, because this approach is going to ruin what you have right now. Now, no different than having a really, really good friend, you know, that you are hanging out very good, you are having a very good time hanging out, and you never took them for more than a very good friend. But they did took you for more than a friend, and now they are pretty much approaching you with that more. And this is the moment that everything snaps out, and you know that this friendship cannot go any longer. You know, regardless what happens, regardless are you going to be together or not, this friendship is done. It's over. Okay, and that is pretty much the premise of this cycle, that you are to be approached either by a business uncovering, or by a emotional uncovering as well, by somebody that's, it's a friend of yours, okay, or a very good a relative of yours, relative in the sense of that you know each other very well, right? And it will cause you being questioning the way you tackled the whole thing with this person. Okay, maybe you give them some kind of a hope of something when you don't meant to do it, right? Or maybe you kind of like, how can I say, you said something that they took it the wrong way. In any case, what is done is done. And pretty much the reason why this is happening, or the lesson that you need to learn, it is that sometimes, you know, things just falls apart, and you cannot do even a dime about it. It's just, you just have to take it. But it is just, at the end of the day, we are humans. It's what we do. We do mistakes, and sometimes out of these mistakes, the most beautiful things happen. So so what is the positive aspect of all that? Well, you don't have to make your judgment straight away. Do you want to make it work out, or do you don't want to make it work out? All right. You do have the luxury to withdraw, and it's very important that you do not make your decision based on emotions here. Okay, neither based on logic. Your decision needs to be made based on your maturity, how mature you are, and so you do need to withdraw from that situation. Like when you are approached, the best thing you can do is say to this person, "I gotta think about it," okay, and you just withdraw and think about it. And the more you think about it, the more you will realize what you gotta do with it. For every cancer is going to be different. You know, some of you guys are going to decide, no, it's not worth it. I don't want to make business with this one, or I don't want to be in a relationship with this one. Some of you may decide, okay, so we were friends for so many time and we're getting along really well. We do trust each other. So what the heck? Let's try it, right? But whatever it is, the result is going to be yours, because the universe is going to give you what you decide in favor of. That is your blessing of the universe. And the result of it, maybe may it be bitter or sweet, is going to be yours to swallow down. So make sure you do take your time to make the most mature decision for yourself. Okay, most well-found, balanced, and mature decision for yourself. Right, so that was about not Gemini, but Cancer, and now we are moving into the first break. And now, guys, free reading is going to take place. So everybody or anybody who do want to participate into it, you can start inputting your question into the comments. And in about 3 minutes, I'm going to just pick one question and perform a professional reading on it. Hello, Stardust. Taurus has been already done. So after the live stream is over, you can wait for 10 minutes. Okay, the timestamps are to be posted, and you can pretty much watch Taurus on your demand. Why should be a mess, Anna? Hello, Robin. Danny, I read something today in regards to your question. It was something, oh my God, I cannot evoke it. Something about the love, all right? That something that the love should, how can I say, something like this, that the love should give you wings rather than to stop you flying. So if that relationship cannot handle the job you get, and what kind of a relationship is it? All right, no points of waiting. I already picked my question, and that is going to be submitted. The question is submitted by a Robin K. And the question is, am I going to find resolution soon for whatever Robin is struggling with? So let's have a look, guys. Is Robin going to find a resolution? Robin, here is the thing. You gotta mobilize, right? You are not as nearly positive as you need to be, okay? And aside from that, those cards are speaking of that you are way too much stagnated over the how can I say, over the, I would say, negative aspect of whatever situation you are in. Those are your cards, by the way. We do have the Three of Swords with the Nine of Wands, with the Emperor, and at the last we do have the Six of Pentacles. So pretty much you cannot change the facts, you cannot change the circumstances, is what those cards are saying. You cannot change a thing about what the situation is right now. But what you can do is to work with it and work around it, okay? And that can happen only if you do mobilize and if you stop kind of like petting yourself, all right? You just have to stop petting yourself. And let me give you a time frame when a possible resolution is going to come about, and that resolution is going to come about by you, all right? At the end of the day, you can use as much help as you want, but none of this help is going to how can I say, provide you with any resolution. You are going to be the one reaching that resolution at the start of September to mid of September this year. Right, so that was the answer to Robin, and now a couple of minutes, guys, and we're moving to the next 4 star signs, which are going to be Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. You're welcome, Robin. I hope so. I hope so. Oh, okay. So a couple of minutes, guys, and we're moving forward. But to Danny, because it was a really, really good question that Danny submitted. It's just the first one that made my impression was Robin's one, and that's why I took Robin's one. But otherwise, Danny, I would have taken yours. And yeah, I mean, if love should goes beyond, you know, the, how can I say, the material stuff. And if you being successful, it's problem to your relationship, then again, what kind of a relationship that is? It's just that is a question you gotta ask yourself, or at least I would have asked myself if I were at your place. Right, so moving next, we do have Leo on the horizon here, and let me shuffle the cards, guys, and see what the Lions are gonna have as a transit. Right, so Leo, first one that we do have, that is the Hangman, and by the way, guys, that is something I never divulged, but having the Hangman as a prime card, it's pretty much one of the best cards you can have, because no matter what the cycle is, all right, no matter how difficult that cycle could be, at the end everything is gonna be okay. So no matter what question you ask, whenever you do read for yourself or for anybody else, having the Hangman as the prime, it means that at the end, no matter how can I say, how unfortunate the whole thing is going to go and so on and so forth, at the end everything fixes itself on its own accord. Only thing you got to do is just wait. All right, only thing you got to do is just wait it out. So we do have the Hangman, so as you now know, that is a really good sign for you guys, followed by the Four of Cups. Moving next, we have that is Seven of Swords, I believe. No, Six of Swords. That is Six of Swords, followed by the Three of Pentacles, and the last card for you, that will be, what is this? Six of Pentacles at the end. Okay. So Leo, it seems that you're gonna find yourself at the start of this cycle a bit stuck, and not physically stuck, but emotionally stuck. What I mean is that you're gonna find yourself, for example, the ordinary stuff that beforehand, made you happy and made you bursting out with content and bursting out with satisfaction as well, not to provide you with the same surge of happiness. All right. For example, you may like playing video games like I do, and beforehand, those playing video games may have created a great amount of glee in you. And now, as you do sit down and try to play video games throughout this lunar cycle, you're not gonna feel the same excitement, and pretty much it's gonna pretty much start becoming boring. And there is a big reason for it, and that is because this lunar cycle, you are going to change perspectives. That doesn't mean that you're going to abandon something. It is just you're going to see the world from a very, very different angle. And surprisingly for you, you're going to pretty much flabbergast yourself. That is because you're going to take very unstandard move already, very unstandard decision to do something or to work something or to hang out with somebody that was out of the question before. Okay, it was just out of the question, and that is for a sheer reason of you, how can I say, making your environment more complete, exploring different opportunities, exploring different options available. And the reason for you going through all that into this lunar cycle is so you can, how can I say, acquire a support for the future that is going to be, how can I say, is going to be different and unpredictable. Oh my God, it's very difficult to describe. More or less that you do have a jack of all trades support. All right, like whatever you are going through, you do have a person for everything. That is the reason why this is happening to you throughout these couple of weeks. And at the end of the day, even if you cannot have always a people that are going to do things for you and that are going to do, how can I say, are going to do your job, the very least you are going to have support through your development, somebody to talk to, somebody that can give you a very sound advice, that can lead with you how can I say, fruitful conversations, somebody that can cooperate with you. And if you do play your cards right in the next couple of weeks, you ain't gonna be alone for a very, very long time. I mean, loneliness, it is the last thing you are going to experience for a very, very long time. But suffice to say, guys, like I said, because we do have the Hangman at the very prime of the reading, whatever problems you do have entering into the lunar cycle, all that you have to do is just wait, and they are going to resolve themselves on their own accord. There are not going to be problems for you anymore after these couple of weeks. So moving next, we do have Virgo. Right, so Virgo, first one for you, we do have the Hermits, and that is also very, very promising. Pretty much whenever you do have the Hermit on the prime of the reading, it literally means that something very substantial and essential is going to happen for your life, that pretty much you are meant to chase, or you're meant to take, you know, or in generally, if you are out of track, or if you are how can I say, questioning, are you on the right track with life? That is going to be your thing that is going to set you on the right course, or is going to be a confirmation that you are on the right track in life. So it's, again, a really positive card. Moving next, we do have the Five of Wands here, followed by the Star card. Wow, that is really promising. Wow. Afterwards, we have the Page of Swords at the 4th position, and the last one for your reading, that is going to be the Six of Swords. So for the Virgo, pretty much the reading is very short. That is because there is only one way moving forward. Or in other words, whenever you had to endure by now, you just endured it. And from now on, only brightness, if I may say it that way, or say it, I will say it that way. You have strived for the light at the end of the tunnel, and there you go. You are there. You reached it, or you are about to reach it in these couple of weeks. So the light at the end of the tunnel, right? What that could be? Well, that is the light that shines for you into the darkness, meaning that this is the thing you hoped for. You are hoping for a good job. There you go. You are about to have such. You are hoping for unfolding love. There you go. You're about to have such. The only condition here, guys, is, by the way, something that Pisces Moonbeam always repeat to me, or at least she was used to repeating. She was used to repeat it to me, and she was saying, you gotta stop thinking that you do not deserve success. You just have to stop thinking that. And you gotta stop thinking the same thing. You have to stop thinking, am I ever gonna find love, for example? Yes, you will if you start looking for it, or at very least if you are open for it. You have to stop thinking like, am I successful? Not am I successful now, but am I up to the job? Yes, you are. Okay, you do deserve the job. You do deserve to be successful. And with such a premise, with such a mindset, you are going to put your intelligence and as well your wisdom into the picture. And by that, you guys are going to take on a direction that is going to be very substantial for you. Probably is going to provoke a huge change. Is going to sap the era of a turmoil for you, and from now on your ideals and your standards are going to play out, and pretty much there is one way forward for you. That there is no forks here. There isn't a choice for you to make. It's pretty obvious what you gotta do. And when we come to that, it may be a bit scary. What I mean is that you may feel fear on that threshold of what you gotta do, or what you have to say, or what you have to decide in favor of. But luckily for you, we do have the Six of Swords here from the gift from the universe card. And that means that you do have the balls. I mean, if beforehand you didn't have the courage to say what you have in mind, or do what you think is best for you, now you do have the courage. And the reason why this is happening to you right now is so, how can I say, so you do understand that everybody carries on their own fate. You cannot entitle yourself to someone else's fate. You cannot have an example of someone's fate. You do carry on your own fate. You do carry on your own signature, and you have to follow that signature. Okay, and that way you are going to be genuine, and that way you are going to be unique. And that's the whole reason here for you, Virgo. You gotta be unique, so you do have a unique life that makes you successful, that makes you happy. Right, so that was about Virgo. Now moving next, we do have Libra. Right, so first one for Libra, we do have the Hierophant, followed by the High Priestess, and that is difficult to interpret, very difficult to interpret. Let's have a look what the third one is, though. We have Temperance. Wow. Moving next, the Chariot. And the last one, that will be the Death. 5 out of 5. If that's not faith, I don't know what it is. Guys, that's not faith, I don't know what it is. 5 out of 5. All right, let's start simple, because the interpretation is very difficult, right? Let's start simple. Let's start with the gifts that you are blessed throughout from the universe. Well, the gift, it is to revive a field in your life. For example, if your love is DOA, then you're going to revive that field and you're going to fall in love, or you're going to attract love. If your career is DOA, then same thing happens there. You're going to revive your career. If your social life is DOA, then this is where the reading is going to take place. And the reason for it is that it is because you deserve it. There is no other way to say it here with the Chariot card. What boils down to, it is because you deserve it, because the Chariot points that this cycle you will learn how to harvest the luck of your hard work. What is more baffling, it is the way that is going to happen, which is the first 3 cards describing here, okay? And so listen to that. First of all, your approach is going to be very interesting. And I don't think that Libra, or rather, like, I haven't met a Libra that it is acting that way, but I may be wrong. You may be just as that, okay? And the approach is going to be, guys, like, you're going to be very easygoing, always knowing what to say and what to do, always finding the right measures toward people, toward situations also, and especially toward people. It is because you are going to create such an environment that you can pretty much get along with anybody. And it is not because you are sharing common opinion, or you're sharing common goal, or you're sharing even, common adjudication. But it is because you do respect each other. And that is going to be the key here. Respect, solidarity, compassion. And that are going to be the traits, the perks, the virtues that are going to pretty much provoke this very faithful, if I may say it that way, transit, or rather like a circumstances of that the transit is unlocking in your domain. And so what happens out of it here with the Hierophant card is, well, let's start it simple with the relationships things. The Hierophant in the relationships, it means that you are going to build up very solid foundation of trust and mutual reliability. And then the whole reading changes, okay, which that I have started before. It's very complex, right? So the whole reading changes, and long story short, Libra, it is that you may thought that you fell in love before, and that you were never gonna love somebody like you loved somebody else from the past, and you couldn't be more wrong, because in these couple of weeks you're gonna find the true meaning, your true meaning of what love is, okay? Now, career-wise, though, this reading branches out, and it pretty much means that you are going to, if not find, at least orientate yourself and start applying for type of jobs that you're not going to concern yourself how much money you're going to get. because the job is going to be your calling, not the salary at the end of the month. So it's pretty much a pivotal lunar cycle for you, Libra. It's a moment where I would say your life is decided, or at least the life for the near future is decided, and you cannot get it wrong. Now, the only thing that you may not like throughout the cycle, it is that the things are going to speed up and they're going to feel awkward, they're going to feel strange. That is because and I don't know how you're going to take that, but that is because your beliefs are a bit outdated and your ways are a bit outdated, but you are going to synchronize them. And when you do, then benevolent support is going to come around. Resolution to your issues are going to be within the framework of these new beliefs and these new concepts of yours, and pretty much everything is going to start running out smooth, very, very smooth for you. All right, so that was about Libra, and now moving next we have Scorpio, and after Scorpio the second break is going to take place, and then the free reading is going to be conducted. So if you do want a free reading, guys, make sure you stay up until that point. Right, so Scorpio, crossing fingers here. First one, that is going to be the Six of Cups. That Six of Cups. Very strange image. Six of Cups. Followed by the Queen of Swords. Afterwards, we do have, ooh, look at that one. We have the Wheel, guys. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune here, followed by the Page of Pentacles, which is a great thing to have at that position. And the last one that is going to be, is this the, oh, it's the Nine of Wands. All right, so great. Scorpio, the transit these couple of weeks are also going to be quite easy going for us, but right off the bat, guys, because everything we undertake is pretty much is going to happen to be very, very easy to us, because for what it seems, we're going to have seemingly out of nowhere the necessary experience, and it's a pretty good time to strive for what you lack or for what we lack. You have a good job, well, then it's time for you to strive for relationship. You do have a good relationship, well, then it's time for you to strive for a job. You have neither, well, then you are the most lucky one, because you can strive for both, and both are going to be granted, or at the very least opportunities are going to be granted for you, for us, to get one of the two or the two at once. It's a pretty good transit. Now, the elephant in the room, guys, the problem, that is going to be either an organization or a person. Queen of Swords. I always hate it when we do have Queen of Swords, that it is somebody that you do stand against. And that is for a reason being, is that the Queen of Swords, these people, they have a high sense of self-righteousness, and they are convinced that what they're doing it's the right thing to do. And it very often happens to be, happens to be a person of authority, somebody that can call you the shots. And the worst about the Queen of Swords is that you cannot reason with these people, okay? The only way you can overcome that person is by ignoring them, neglecting them, and restricting them off your domain. The more you try to explain yourself, the more you do feed up the problem, okay? And believe me, if they get mobilized enough, if they get determined enough, they can definitely have it their way, and we can't do a thing about it. That is unfortunately so. For us Scorpio, the main thing we gotta do here, guys, in order to go without any trouble throughout the next couple of weeks and really enjoy them, because for what it seems, the experiences are going to be, aside from with this individual, great experiences. We just have to not answer to taunts and to challenges from an individuals. So bottom line, it is the best thing we can do here. It is to find a huge devotion of ours that we always wanted to follow, and just make a step forward, and things are going to start happening one after another. It's going to be like a snowball, you know, you just throw the small ball and it becomes a huge avalanche, and that is how fast and rapid our progression is going to be. But again, Scorpio, think of what you lack. Okay, do you lack love? Do you lack relationship, career? I'm sorry, or being successful into your career? Whatever you lack, guys, you can make a significant, major, once in a lifetime change into this field. We can make that throughout the next couple of weeks. What we gotta do is just mobilize and have fun. That's all we gotta do. Just have fun. Right, so that was about Scorpio, and now the second break is going to take place, guys, and now you can start inputting your question into the comments down below, and in about 3 minutes or so, I'm going to pick a question and we'll perform a professional reading on it, which is a full spread reading, not just only one card reading. Thank you so much, Ginger. So if you do not want to miss me live and you do not want to miss these free readings, make sure you do subscribe for the channel and click the notification bell so you get yourself notified whenever a live stream is scheduled. And if you enjoy the show, you can make sure that it fits into your schedule. And also, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description here into the live stream is going to give you a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. Thank you so much, Ginger. Jasmine, no, you haven't missed Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about to come around after I'm done with the break. Now I want to ask Pisces Moonbeam, do you wanna choose the last one? Not this one, but the one that is gonna happen at the end of the live stream, because after this free reading there is going to be one more, guys. Okay, there is going to be one more. If you are, who are we? Who are we, Sarah? Okay, so the last one is going to be on the mercy of Pisces Moonbeam. She's gonna choose it. Oh, hello, Manix. Hope you enjoy the live stream. Okay, I already picked one. Thank you, Manix. Thank you so much. I already picked one, and it is submitted by Elizabeth Hayes. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Which is, do you see love partner coming soon into my life? So let's have a look. Elizabeth. And by the way, the cards are going to show when partner is going to appear and under what circumstances. Okay, probably as well how to recognize the person. But ultimately, Elizabeth, you get to decide, is that relationship going to take off or not? Because tarot, and in a matter of fact, even astrology as well, numerology, they are not designed to make decisions for you. In fact, no fortune telling tool is designed to make decisions for you. So, Elizabeth, let me refill. we have the star card, and you are a lucky one. I will do the whole spread just so I can tell you the time frame within which one you are going to meet a person, but you definitely have a lot of prospect here with the star card. The second one, that is going to be the Eight of Pentacles, and I can tell you why you're asking that question straight away. The Eight of Pentacles, when you do have it into the second position here, that pretty much states of couple of things. Okay, one of the things it is that you pretty much do not address your singularity with conscientiousness, or in other words, you don't do nearly as much to change the things around, and pretty much which leads to the second thing that the card says, you're not interacting with people way too much. And look at it from that perspective, Elizabeth. Nobody is going to come on you and knock on your door saying that some kind of a tarot reader or an astrologer guide them to your house. No, I mean, you got to go out, interact with situations, with enterprises, so you can get to connect with people. And that is exactly what you need to do here in order to overcome that moment of stagnation. And the third card of your reading is going to be Three of Cups, which is very, very positive one. And the last one, that is to be the Queen of Swords. That's quite interesting. So just give me a second, all right, to determine a time frame for you. Time frame, it is by April next year, so it's a pretty long time frame. By April next year, and that is pretty understandable because we do have the Three of Cups into the third position, which means that this person is going to introduce himself to you as a just somebody that you can relate to. It's not going to be even a friendship at the start, okay? But the more you talk and the more kind of like accidentally, quotes in quotes, you kind of like cross paths, or how can I say, well, I forget the term. It's kind of like interact. You will see that you do share more common stuff than you have initially anticipated. And before you know it, it's kind of like your vision in his vision is going to be pretty much very well aligned. And that will get you closer and closer to each other. But the thing is that the process is going to be slow than fast. It's not going to happen over a month. It's not going to happen over a couple of months. If I have to estimate, about a half a year here. And ultimately, at the end, there are going to be some difficulties for you making a commitment. Probably this person could be married, or may have a girlfriend, for example, or it may be in another state, or it could be something that you are going to have pretty much problems being in a commitment. But those problems can be resolved, and you both, if you are determined enough to be together, you definitely can push this issue through and eventually find yourself together. Okay. So that was your reading, preconditional one. But you definitely are going to find love coming your way. And by the way, what I did not mention is that it's going to reciprocate to all of your ideals and standards. So it's going to be the love you always wanted. Right, so a couple of minutes to a bit rest my vocal cords, guys, and we are moving to Sagittarius next. By the way, guys, thank you so much for your support. You don't know how much that means to me. I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. Thank you so much. Great seeing you around, Anna, as well. Yeah, exactly, Ginger, where the eclipse indeed is. I hope so, Aqua. I hope so. All right, so Sagittarius. Oh, I forgot to refill. Hello, Daniel. All right. So Sagittarius, first one, we do have the Magician for you guys. Moving next, that is going to be the Fool card. Yeah, my dad is Sagittarius. That's true. How do you know that? Yeah. So Seven of Pentacles, it is the third one for you, Sagittarius. Moving next, we do have the High Priestess. And the last one, that is going to be the Four of Pentacles. I smoke since I remember myself, you know, so I enjoy that. You know, don't destroy your lungs with the vape. How about the air we breathe, you know, or the food we eat? It's nothing is natural anymore. It's full with how can I say it? It's full with steroids and pesticides and all these kind of stuff. You just, you know, our body adapts, or at least this is what I do believe in. So Sagittarius, no wonder that the lunar eclipse is happening into your sign, guys. It is because these couple of weeks is all about you sticking, and I mean literally gluing yourself and sticking to what you believe in and to what you are good at. Now, that being said, there are going to be some quite discouraging moments that you are going to have to endure throughout the next couple of weeks. Moments which are going to make you questioning, does it worth really, for example, being into this relationship? Does it worth, for example, keeping up with the job, I mean, right? And it does refer to what you are good at, if it is about job or business or hobby, or it does refer to a relationship or a friendship with a person who truly accepts you for what you truly are. Okay, they don't try to change you in any way. And so the answer is pretty much yes, it's worth it. Okay, and the logic is not going to show it to you. The only thing that is going to show it to you, it's your heart. So you got to listen to your heart. I hate giving such a advice, okay? But it's just what the card says. And those who knows me, those who were taking my services and they went on a reading with me, they know that I do appeal people to follow their mind, to follow their logic, because at the end of the day, you ain't going to regret what you decide in favor of, right? This isn't the case for you, Sagittarius. You gotta follow your heart for what it seems. So what is going to be the gift of the universe for you guys? Well, the gift of the universe, it is that should you follow your heart, you pretty much are going to ensure your secure future, career-wise and relationship-wise as well. The result of all that is going to be your independence of all of things, okay? Also, very good negotiational stages for you. You want to negotiate your salary, go ahead and do it. You will be able to. You want to negotiate your promotion, again, go ahead, do it. You want to negotiate new rules into your relationship or into your romance, same thing, go ahead and do it. It will pretty much going to work out for you, because your communicational skills here are going to be out of this world. I mean, seriously, people are going to find very difficult to argue with your how can I say, with what you are about to display here. And what do I hate? To follow the heart? Yeah, I really hate that. I assume this is what you are talking about. And this is how it's going to look like from a side when you do something, Sagittarius, you know. It's going to look like from a side, from people that are looking you outside, or rather like from a third party, all right? That is how I'm going to say it. It's going to look like that you really know what you're doing, even if you don't know what you're doing. And that, guys, is going to win you a lot of followers. Those Sagittarius, if you are watching this and you plan starting social media business, have a fantastic time for you to do so. It's just you are going to escalate very, very quickly, very rapidly. It's an amazing cycle for you Sagittarius, where you can make the magic happen. All right, so you pretty much are going to surprise everybody around. And I know that I'm going to use the word for the third time, but it's the real word. It's flabbergasted. Pisces Moonbeam learned me of it, and you know I'm using it way too often, but it's pretty much beyond surprise. Okay. Right, so that was about Sagittarius. Now moving next, we have Capricorn. Yeah, following your heart at the end of the day, most of the time you end up with tears in your eyes, and there is pretty much no need for that. Right, so Cappies. First one we do have for you, Capricorn, that is going to be the Queen of Cups. Moving next, we have the Wheel of Fortune, followed by, that is Six of Wands. Oh yeah, it's a Six of Wands. Okay, so we do have Six of Wands. The fourth one of your spread, that is going to be the Six of Cups. And the last one, that is going to be the Ten of Pentacles. So Capricorn, I don't know if you have draw the lucky straw here, but definitely luck will is not going to have anything to do with it. Okay, into the next couple of weeks, and that is the good part. The luck is not going to have anything to do with it, because it cannot be taken away from you. And what I am talking about here, it is the tremendous recognition, rewards, and in generally peak of experiences that you are going to generally experience yourself. Promotion, interacting with an amazing individual, you know, that is going to recognize you for a good match, and all these kind of things that you just want to be like victorious into them. And the good thing it is that because we do have the Queen of Cups at the start, it means that it's going to be a long-lasting one, and not just only the Queen of Cups, guys. Ten of Pentacles at the end, which is the gifts again. Gifts, being independent, being in a very comfortable and cozy environment. Also, this is a very strange gift, but yet it's a very useful one, and that is the gift of those which are about to betray your trust are going to start dropping like flies. They pretty much are not going to be able to sustain into your environment. And you know that I'm talking to you, but this lunar cycle, you just have to learn to enjoy yourself. And that's all that there is to it. Okay? You got to learn to enjoy what you do best. You got to learn to enjoy your success, recognition that is going to be given to you, and also the rewards of it. Okay? It's all that there is to it, guys. And ultimately, at the end, you're going to have that steady emotional satisfaction that, you know, life at the end of the day and finally is great. It's beautiful. It's colorful. It's like a rainbow. That's for Capricorn. Hello, Margaret. The day is just starting for you, isn't it? Thank you, Diamond. Thank you so much. Have a great eclipse too. I mean, I don't know which star sign you are, but it seems that right now, aside from Gemini, it seems that every other star sign is going to have a great time. You're welcome, Sarah. Nice seeing you too, Beatrice. I'm not on the edge. I'm just tired, Grace. But thank you for asking. I'm just tired. It's 3:41 a.m. Okay, and I barely caught sleep last night for obvious reasons. But I'm gonna have a really nice sleep after this one. But yeah, I'm really tired, and that's why I say thank you so much for your support. Because it is the only thing that makes me keep going and finishing that live stream. So for Aquarius, okay, we do have the Hangman, followed by the Knights of Wands. And you know, these cards, which have a really strange images that I'm quite unfamiliar with, it's they don't help with my fatigue. So we do have the Knights of Wands, accompanied with that is Seven of Wands, okay, followed by that is Eight of Cups, followed by Eight of Cups, and the last one that is going to be the Emperor here. Oh, I definitely will, Sandy. Probably I'm gonna pass out for I don't know how long, maybe 12 hours or something. Okay, it's just I really have to catch up on sleep. So let's go back to Aquarius here. Let's go back to Aquarius. Well, pretty easy reading for Aquarius, and the reading is all about that you need to learn when to let go of. Okay, you just have to learn when to let go of, because for what it seems here, and I don't mean to abandon, all right, just learn to when to withdraw or when to just look the other way. That's the whole point. Just to give you an example, you had a really huge fight about something with your wife or with your husband, and you keep up harping about it and harping about it. That isn't fixing the situation. You need to learn to let it go, all right? You just need to learn to let it go, and as soon as you do so, the problem magically fix itself. That is pretty much seen here. What I said about the Hangman, I said that whatever it is, as you do move forward, as you do not push it, and as you do wait, it just fixes itself, okay, on its own accord. So that is all you gotta do, Aquarius. I mean, you just need to learn to let go of, when to let go of. Yeah, the situation may be unfortunate right now, but the promise here for what we do have in the cards is that much more brighter perspectives are awaiting you into the future, and you need to learn to look into the future rather than to stick with the past. And that is a parable that I love to repeat all the time, and pretty much states yesterday is yesterday, guys, and if you do try to recapture it, all that you lose is tomorrow. Okay, you just lose tomorrow. You have literally nothing to gain. So my appeal to you, and you feel free to follow it or to disregard it, but my appeal to you is that if reconciliation isn't happening, and pretty much it's just your appeals are falling into deaf ears, you just have to learn to let go of it. You need to learn when to draw the line and just move to the future. That's all that there is here into this reading. Now, one thing I want to warn you though, Aquarius, looking at those cards, okay, it is that you may be, how do you say when somebody encourages you on a false promises, okay? When, for example, you cannot get the job, but yet somebody encourages you to try it out and to keep on trying. We do have a specific word in our language for it. Okay, that is the same thing that may happen here. Okay, for example, the reconciliation may not be possible, and yet you may have a friend that it is constantly encouraging you to try anew, and you're trying anew, and it doesn't work out, and you are finding yourself being way more disappointed than before. So again, you gotta learn how to when to let go of. Okay. And lastly, what I like to say here is about the gift that the universe is sending you through the Emperor, and that is a gift to gain control over life in general. So you can expect that when you do let go of things, okay, that's simply, doesn't serve you any favor. It's highly likely that you're going to structure your routine and your life in such a way that you are going to face the ups and downs of the future with much more bear, meaning that you are going to diminish the downs to a trifles, and you are going to escalate the ups to pretty much summits. And on top of it, you're going to have a call for more personal time. Okay, you're simply going to have more time for yourself. All right, so, and last but not least, we do have a Pisces. Yeah, let it go. Well, right, so Pisces, first one we do have for you, Pisces, that is going to be Two of Pentacles. Moving next, we do have the Ten of Swords. Well, that is a good combo. Just the problem, and I am explaining it now so you don't freak out, guys, because everybody, every time when somebody sees Ten of Swords, the Tower or the Death card, and it's like, oh my God, my life is coming to an end. No, it doesn't. Okay, no, it doesn't. And by the way, Ten of Swords, it is one of the most misconcepted cards in Tarot. It's just, well, I'm explaining that in some of my Tarot classes, but it's very misconcepted. So it's a good combo. It's just the problem is that it's going to happen faster than you are prepared for. That is the only problem with it. So the third one of your spread, that is going to be the Lovers, okay? Followed by, which fell on the ground here, followed by the Knight of Swords. And the last one we have, that will be the Queen of Wands. So those 5 cards for you, Pisces. And there is no doubt that we are talking about a major choice that will pretty much decide a narrative for you. So here what is happening at the start, probably from tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, you're going to start changing your view. You're going to look at your situations. You're going to look at your relationship. You're going to look at your job, for example, and you're going to see that your perspective on it's pretty outdated, and that's why you probably are feeling stagnated and you're feeling like stuck into those things. And so you will become way more adaptable and start changing your perspective, being way more agile and way more adaptive to the situation. Now, the problem, like I said, it is that it's going to be quite a radical transition, a transition that, you know, there won't be a checkpoint. It is like there won't be a fail safe, if that's an expression, where if you do make a wrong move, you can pretty much backtrack and try anew. It has to happen on one go. It has to happen on one hold of a breath. And the choice, luckily for you, cannot be neither right, neither wrong. It's a decision that you pretty much have to be harmonious about. And that is why this is happening to you, Pisces. That is why you need to take it. You need to make that choice under this huge lunar transit. It is because the decision that you are about to make about your marriage, about your relationship, about your job, you know, or what you want to do with yourself in general moving forward needs to be completely synchronized with your emotions and with your logic. It has to be something you believe in and you feel that it is right. And that thing is there. And once you do make that choice, it won't matter if it is the right one or the wrong one, because you aren't going to regret it at all. It will be the only thing that makes sense for you. And you are going to find yourself being in peace after that. So the gift for you, Pisces, here is having a huge understanding into the nature of the problems. Whenever the situation is in front of you, you will know what the root is, what to do, you know, or how to address it, and so on and so forth, which is going to make you very good companion with people, is going to make you very good lover, is going to make you as well a very valuable asset on your working place. Is going to make you the asset that the company needs to manage crisis, to manage difficult predicaments, and to be the it's not the jack of all trades person, but the person who deals with things that nobody else does. Don't abuse this status, guys, because that gift may not be with you for a lifetime, you know. And at the end of the day, you don't want to to announce yourself for more than you actually are. But that being said, it seems that you are going to bring more versatility in your life. And when we said about versatility, I want to tell you that not everything is going to go by a plan throughout the next couple of weeks for you. And that is because your plan is way smaller than what you can do, right? But the thing is that your plan is stretched out and there are gaps, and those gaps are going to be filled up with some enterprises, or rather you're going to look at them as a surprises. And that is why you need to be adaptable, because those surprises, for people who are fixed and who likes to go by the book, those surprises are going to happen to be very irritating predicaments. But those who are adaptable, those who are opportunists, are going to see an amazing opportunities into these enterprises, into these surprises out there. Which one you are, well, that depends entirely on you. Right, so that was for Pisces, and now the last free reading is gonna take place, guys. You can start inputting your question into the live chat here, and Pisces Moonbeam is gonna pick it up. All right, so Pisces Moonbeam is going to be the one who is going to select the question that is going to receive the last free reading for today. And if you do enjoy the stream and you want to catch me live once more, make sure you do subscribe and you do check out the notification bell, or you click on the notification bell next to the subscribe button, so you get notified when I do schedule a live stream, so you can see when I'm going to be live, and therefore you can fit it into your schedule. Make sure that you are around and participate into new free readings chats here. We are building up a great community on YouTube. By the way, I think most of you guys know what happened with my Facebook page, and now seeing the support here, I'm glad that it happened. You know, it's kind of like a twisted thing, you know, because that thing was ripped off not just only from me, but it was ripped off from Pisces Moonbeam. She took it very heavy, you know, because she put a ton of work into it, into the Facebook page. But you know, things happen, and the best thing you can do is, like I said with Aquarius, you just have to learn when to let go of. You know, it's just at the end of the day, your efforts are just thrown into the desert and nothing comes out of it. Yeah, Devastation City, exactly. Yeah. Well, everything happens for reasons. That's true. That's true, Ginger. But the thing is that I received no support from the owners of the platform. You know, and when you have no support from the owners of the platform, you literally cannot do anything about. You just can't. So you picked. Which one is going to be then, since you picked? You picked Elisa Hernandez. Where is Elisa? Elisa Hernandez. No sugarcoating. She typed. Okay, so my 8 years old relationship is failing. Another female involved. Is there any good chance on making things work between me and my partner? Future. I am a Pisces. He's Leo. That does not have any consequence to tarot. What star sign you are and what star sign is your partner. So let's have a look. Is there a future for you? And if there is, how you can capitalize on it. But that kind of a question, Elise, it needs to go under a series of readings, and I will tell you why. So right now, we can look what is the prospect of the relationship from a point of view of the relationship, but that does not undertake the point of view of your partner. And taking or seeing into the point of view of your partner, that is another reading, which is elemental dignities reading. Then we have to look into its intentions, because we cannot make a choice for him, but we can say what choice he's leaning toward, you know, and that way you can make up what you gotta do, or should you stay or go, and so on and so forth. So with this reading, you probably are not gonna have the full grasp on the situation. But with that being said, let's have a look. Just hold on a second to finish the shuffle. Right, so first one, we do have the Empress. Moving next, that is going to be the King of Cups, followed by the World card. And the last one we do have, that is going to be the Lovers. All right, just gotta move on, right? According to these cards, you gotta move on, and you may think that that is heartbreaking right now, but actually having the World here into the third position, it's actually a blessing in disguise. Okay, it's a blessing in disguise, and ultimately at the end, according to these cards, you are gonna have much better future than this man. You are gonna have a much better one. The Lovers here does not refer to the love of the relationship. It does refer to the choice you have to make. Are you going to do what you want, which is staying into the relationship, or are you going to do what you have to do for yourself, that is, walking away? So which one is going to be? It is you who needs to decide. But because we do have the King of Cups on the second position, that means that this man has nothing more to offer to you. Literally nothing more to offer. Okay, that's pretty much what the cards are pointing. Take your time to make that decision that you are standing in front of. Just hold on a second to give you a time frame where you are going to be pressed to make a decision, or if you don't, that decision is going to be made for you. So you do have time from now up until end of August. From now up until the end of August. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. It's an amazing how many of you were here and were around. I hope I haven't disappointed you guys with the performance and with the live stream. At the end of the day, I am who I am. I'm not going to pretend to be anybody else. You know, I'm not gonna play an act in front of the camera. So I hope you like it. And again, make sure you do subscribe and mark the notification bell so you get notified when I do go live, in case you do like these live streams. And we're going to see each other around. Right now I'm going to just hug the bed and pass out, literally pass out. I'm barely keeping my eyes open. And yeah, if you do want a personal reading, you can go to my website, which you're going to find into the description, and there you can see the full list of my services at my website, and as well their pricing. So based on your budget, you can decide whichever suits you best. See you around, people, and until then, bye.